Hey guys, I've had a lot of people ask me about my Mississippi pot roast, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a video about how I make it. It's really easy and it tastes amazing. Okay, so these are our ingredients. This is just a chuck tender roast. You want to have about 3 pounds to 3.5 pounds. I don't have as many people eating and I like mine a little bit more flavorful. So I'm using about 2.75 pounds is where I'm at. And our 2.76 pounds. So we'll just put these in the bottom, and then we're gonna sprinkle our au jus mix. You want 2 of these, and then you want 1 ranch dressing seasoning packet. We're gonna do about 6 or 7 tablespoons of butter, and we're just gonna slice it on top. And we're gonna put a couple pepperoncini peppers on top of the stuff so it'll cook right into it and give it some spice. This is how we're going to assemble our Mississippi pot roast. Okay, and just grab this and lay it down. I usually put the fat side down, just because to me it makes it easier to break apart. Of course, if you feel better putting the fat side on the top, so maybe like the juices run down into it, then you feel free, you do that. I just like to do it my way. First, we're gonna put our first au jus packet. Again, you're just gonna sprinkle it right on top of the meat. You wanna kind of make it a little thick. This just gives it a really good pot roast flavor, and the ranch just kicks it up to this crazy level that makes everyone ask you to make it again and again. And then I start from the other side with the second package. It's gonna look like a lot of dry seasoning. Whenever I first made it, I was thinking I should add some water, I should add some beef stock, something, but no, it comes out amazing and it makes the best juice all by itself with just the dry seasoning. So now we're gonna do our ranch packet. We're gonna put the whole ranch packet, sprinkle that on it. Now we're gonna do our butter. Like I said, maybe 5 to 6 or 7, depends on how big of a pot roast you're using. You can use a whole stick of butter if you want to. Just cut it up into tablespoons, slices, so that way it'll melt evenly and get all over it. So we'll put our little pads there. I'm gonna do about 6. That way I can do 3 on each. All right, so there's our butter. And now, the kids aren't here this weekend, so I'm probably going to use an extra pepperoncini pepper. I get the medium heat because they can get kind of hot. And my kids, I can only use about 1. And that's if I even use 1 at all. It definitely gives a flavor that you really can't get from the seasoning packets. It's a different kind of flavor. So I'm putting 4. I don't want to make it too spicy again. I have only a little over 2.5 pounds of chuck roast. So the flavor is probably going to be pretty intense. So I'm going to put my lid on and go ahead and lock it down and turn it to low. That's gonna be for about 6 to 8 hours. Again, it depends on how much meat you're using. I'm gonna go ahead and crank mine to high, so it will only take about 3.5 to 4 hours to cook this up. Again, this is well worth the wait, and it was super simple. It's been about 3.5 hours. It's looking good, so I'll get a shot at that. So I'm gonna let it cook for another 30 or 45 minutes. And now that everything's done, I'm gonna go ahead and take the roast out and plate my food. So Open this. It's been cooking for about 4.5 hours. I'm just gonna do one of them right now because it's just me and Austin tonight. So I'm just gonna do one and save the other for tomorrow. Okay, so now that we've taken one of the chuck roast out of the crock pot, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling it apart. You can see it's just really tender, and trust me, it smells amazing. So I'll just break this up and I will put it over mashed potatoes and use some of the gravy on that. You have green beans, and it really goes good with anything. But all of it's very easy to pull apart. And you want to make sure that you keep a lot of juice on it, so I'm going to keep spooning some of that over there. Yeah, so it's super easy and it tastes amazing. So that is Mississippi pot roast, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Time for everybody to eat.